Hey y'all, I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen. This is my review of the Llewellyn book, The Magical Use of Prayer Beads. Secret Meditations and Rituals for Your Kabbalistic, Hermetic, Wiccan, or Druid Practice. It's by Jean-Louis de Biasi. Really interesting book. I kind of delayed on this because I was looking for my own prayer beads that was made for me by Red Wing. She is one of the owners of Double Spiral Designs. I'll put the Etsy link down there so that y'all can take a look at it. I think she's only doing custom orders right now, so just so you know. But this is really interesting. The thing that I really liked about this book is the first chapter on what are prayer beads. And well, let me back up. Let's look at the foreword. And the foreword just kind of tells you about what beads are and like knows like, and it's by Bruce J. McLennan. And he really says prayer beads are simple yet powerful tools for self-transformation, proved through thousands of years of use in many spiritual traditions. That's important. There are examples of prayer beads. I mean, you can walk into a Buddhist temple and get prayer beads, right? So they're all over. Catholics have their rosary. Sorry about the bumping. I still have a cat under the tripod. So let's look here and see, when he's talking about what are prayer beads, he talks about seeing rosaries everywhere in Catholic families like he was raised. Just in America today, the presence of prayer beads is still very strong. This is true in South America, in Mexico, and in the southern United States. The cards belonging to Catholics can be recognized by the large number of rosaries hanging on the rearview mirrors. What to say when a large company such as Walmart sells rosaries? Now, I would also add that I live in New Mexico, which is the Southwest, and rosaries are very important here. There's a very strong Catholic influence. He talks about meditation is an easy process, but a difficult inner exercise, right? You can talk about it and explain it, but it's hard to master. Prayer can be seen as a specific way that can lead you to a deep contact with invisible plans. The connection you are trying to create between two worlds cannot be the result of a single prayer. When you were a child, you learned how to walk or to speak through repetition. So that makes sense. He goes on to talk about mantras, prayers, sacred sounds, how to still your mind, some ways to do that, how to use your breath. He does make a statement not to worry about the pronunciation of things, because he says you will pronounce them in the way you were meant to pronounce them. Kind of woo-woo, but, it's a true story. I've read many books, and then I listened to the book on tape and gone, that's not how she says her name. Oh, wait, maybe it is. He talks about breathing as an enhanced practice, and those of you who do breathing exercise know you can start very slow and then really expand that breath work. There's cleaning, delimitation, dedication, attraction, blessing, naming, activation, and sealing. And these are the consecration of your prayer beads. Now here he goes off something, he says it's important to give you the essential meaning of each of the ritual steps. I agree. Now I will tell you that I don't think you have to do these things. I think that's up to you. It's how do you feel, how do you want to connect with things. The Kabbalistic tradition is first. And this looks like a opening of the key. In front of me in the east I invoke you, behind me in the west. Yeah, this is what I know as a key. They call it Ritual of the Blazing Wheel. So, and there's a lot in there. I mean, when we look at one group, he's not just skimming over it. I mean, the Kabbalistic tradition alone goes about 50 pages easily. So actually a little more than 50. So really in-depth stuff. The Hermetic tradition talks about symbolisms, numbers, and general process. Gives you what I know as the 7 chakras: the coccyx, the sex organs, navel, heart, throat, forehead, top of head. So that's interesting. Again, all things are connected on some level, right? The Wiccan tradition, of course, that's mine. And I love that he says, here's not the place to tell the history of Wicca or to analyze the sources used by its founder. Thank you. Wicca seeks the development of psychic powers. I would agree with that. Nature is seen as sacred. So yeah, this is, he talks about the ritual of the Wheel of the Year, gives you a meditation, and he's giving you prayers for the beads as you use them. So that's super important, and each of these systems can use the same prayer beads. Talks about building a circle, and again, working with meditation or psychic work. I just can't praise this book enough in terms of how in-depth each tradition goes. And then the Druid tradition comes up. You get one for the ritual of the Traban. It says the Traban is a powerful symbol used in several groups of modern Druidic movement. It was unknown in the ancient Celtic world, but was progressively adopted in modern times. And it says down here, ban means ray in Britain, so ray bands would be ray. Okay, sorry. He talks about how to use this with another person. And then, in the very back, he gives you a conclusion. He kind of wraps it up. He says, remember to experiment with the traditions you are not familiar with. This is always a great opportunity to learn more about yourself. And it gives you guidelines. He does help you with some pronunciations. There's appendixes. I'm looking for... There is no index. I'm an index whore. I love indexes. I think they're big time fun. No index. But this book, and it says on the back, a practical guide to one of the world's most ancient and revered spiritual practices. Mr. de Biasi, I commend you on this book. I'm very glad Llewellyn sent it to me. It's going to be a wonderful addition to my library, and I'm going to get good use out of it. So what's not to love about that, right? So I recommend this book, The Magical Use of Prayer Beads, Secret Meditations and Rituals for Your Kabbalistic, Hermetic, Wiccan, and Druid Practice. Now, when you call something secret and then you put it in a book, not so secret anymore. But many people will buy it because it says secret, so I understand the marketing. It's a beautiful cover design, really, really pretty. He is a Freemason. And check the book out, guys. See what you think about it. You know, go online, maybe download part of the first, whatever, 10th of the book you can get on Kindle to review it, and see what you think. It may be a book that you, too, will find very valuable in your practices. I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and this has been my review of, The Magical Use of Prayer Beads. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.